Yeah, alright. How are you? Um, I just wanted to talk about the fights of the last weekend a little bit. Um, first, the ones that I saw. Lee Selby versus Ricky Burns. Well, boy, that was not a really pretty fight to watch. Um, yeah, I mean, Burns, he is now obviously at the end of his career, and I really hope he retires now after this, or that we don't really have to watch him fight at least anymore. He's proven once and for all that he just doesn't belong in on big cards or fighting world class fighters like Lee Selby. Lee Selby was coming up from featherweight, of course, and yeah, it's his second fight at lightweight. And while Burns was coming down from light welterweight. It was just so much. I mean, Burns did manage to land some good punches, but he just each time he landed or threw something, he would grab and hold, and that's what I really hate when boxers do that. You know, he managed to hurt Selby in the last round, but he wasn't that badly hurt. He was just a little staggered. And Selby just doesn't have the power to hurt Burns, so he kept landing, but he did land, quite a lot of good shots, but they didn't really have that much effect. Yes, so Selby has always been at featherweight. He had some power, but his problem was that he never really was. What frustrated me always with him is he was really. He's got the movement, he's got the boxing ability and all, but he just never was able to properly sit on his punches. So now, as a lightweight, he's not really in a good position. But because if he fights someone like, let's say he fights Teofimo Lopez, right? Um, Teofimo Lopez is a really, he's a puncher, definitely, a destroyer, and Selby would most likely have to go to America to fight him, and because most European top fighters do that now, um, and yeah, so he would really be at a disadvantage, because despite all of his skills, he is just not the kind of guy that can knock you out. I mean, usually. And we saw against Burns, he was really kind of struggling with Burns' size and being the naturally bigger guy. Yeah. So even though Selby is tall enough for a lightweight, definitely he just is not a really and never will be, I guess, a big lightweight. And one thing I have to correct, I saw that there were several sites that were writing that it was Burns who first landed that punch after the bell in the fifth round. Actually, it was Selby who first landed after the bell, but and then Burns hit him back twice, I believe, and I believe because Selby kept doing it later also, but also Josh Taylor did it twice at least, and I don't know. It seems like there was something wrong with that bell. I don't know really. I mean, it could be heard from the broadcast, but I just didn't get why these guys kept punching after the bell. But anyway, Lee Selby will go on to fight someone, I guess, rather soon for a title, a world title perhaps, or something close to it. And that will be really exciting to watch, but I don't know really. There's definitely something that he needs to change in his game plan, I guess, to really become successful. Yeah. And then there was that fight. David Price once again was taken out by Derek Chisora, and I really expected that to happen, of course. Perhaps not so fast, but I figured it would go like 6 rounds or something. And you remember in my predictions, my last video, I kind of predicted it was going to go down in the 7th round, I think. Yeah. But Chisora is now really, I don't know what's going on with him. I mean, he's been surprisingly good after being rather poor for a while, and he's now been fighting for some time. But now he looks better than ever almost, so there's something fishy going on there. I don't know what. But anyway, he's of course the smaller and much more mobile guy who just pounded Price into submission, and he put him down in the 4th round, and then Price got up, but his corner didn't want him to continue, so they stopped it. Yeah, I mean, it's sad. I kind of like David Price, but he just isn't made to be a a prize fighter, because he's so tall and awkward, but he's got a really poor chin, and he managed to land a few nice shots, but nothing really eye-catching. Chisora just took his punches. He just never got off. I mean, he was taken out before he really started getting off. I think his game plan was to wait, to just take it easy the first 4 rounds and then spring into action. Because he's also had, as I said before, stamina problems, so I guess he was afraid to punch himself out like he did against Tony Thompson, I think the first or the second time. The second time, I think, yeah. And also against Christian Hammer. He had Hammer down in the 5th, and he just kind of faded. And it just is sad, because he's a rather exciting fighter with his punching power and all that. But I would have liked to see him fight Tyson Fury, but that will not happen now, I guess. I think Price just needs to retire, and he's not now like 35, 36 years old, and he's been knocked out 6 times, so, or 7. No, he just needs to retire before he really, catches some serious damage or illness. And Chisora, well, maybe there will be a 3rd fight with Dillian Whyte, maybe something else, but he's just proven that he still isn't finished anyway as a contender. But I don't think he will go that far, really. Yeah, against either of today's champions, he would lose. Wilder or Ruiz or Tyson Fury is not a champion, but they treat him like one. Yeah. He wanted to fight Joseph Parker, I believe. That's what he said, Chisora. That's a good fight for him and a pretty winnable fight because Parker just seems to have some kind of issues. I don't know whether it's motivation, lack of focus. Yeah, he's had some conditioning problems before, but now he's lost some weight, and I hope that will not continue to happen because he's also a really good fighter. Alright, and then there was the Josh Taylor and Regis Prograis fight. Yeah. Yeah, that fight was a big surprise because I think many people expected Prograis to win, and I think quite many expected him to take Josh Taylor out. And expected. I picked Josh Taylor to win. But I thought it would be a lot closer fight than it was actually. I don't know why so many people are saying it was a close fight. It really wasn't. Taylor really dominated. It was just the last two rounds that Prograis kind of took over. I guess Taylor just tired. That's all. But he didn't really, kind of win those rounds Prograis like in a big style. It was just that he landed more punches. That's all. I don't know how Taylor got his eye. It was this eye and the right one that got fucked up, all closed. I don't know. I guess it was one of those. Prograis did land some hard shots, definitely. He won round 4, and then there were 2 rounds that were even. I don't know, because I was scoring the fight. Yeah. So Taylor was really impressive. He just outboxed Prograis. He used his height and reach advantage very well. He is really developed. From a kind of a more like a puncher, destroyer type to a boxer puncher. That's really good sign. He really kind of he just shut out Prograis in most of those rounds. He also caught him good a few times, had him in trouble a couple of times. So after this, I really have high hopes. For him, whether he stays at 140 or I think he will for now anyway. So now he should fight someone that is left at 140. I don't really know that much. Who else is at 140 that is really good? Sorry. Yeah. Let's go to ratings. Yeah, there is of course Jose Carlos Ramirez. Yeah, that's right. And Maurice Hooker and Robert East Jr. And yeah, I guess Ramirez would be the best fight for Taylor now because both guys are undefeated and coming off their biggest wins of their career. And yeah, I really like to see that. So yeah, I don't think there's anything more to say. See you until the next prediction video. Bye bye.